We going in tonight. We talking about the occult ritual of Black Panther, the death of Chadwick Boseman. This is a whole Matrix attack. It was an inception planted for destructive purposes. And I want to go in on this tonight. This is beyond some stuff that's done by, white supremacists or some white people with a certain degree of intelligence or plan or craftiness. This is way deeper than that. This was an inception by higher intelligence. It was put together too perfectly for some human consciousness to construct. So when we talk about the Illuminati, a lot of times we think we're talking about some old white men who sit around and determine the destiny of the planet, but it's so much deeper than that. I won't go into all that on this particular show. But I do want to deal with the relevance of the death of Chadwick Boseman and just a few symbolisms, what might appear to be coincidences that add up to make a bigger picture. So that's what tonight's show is about. We're going in on the occult ritual sacrifice. It was a Matrix inception and a sacrifice. Let's go in on that. First of all, if you look at the symbol for Wakanda, you see a cross. The cross is a sign of death. That's what the cross means. The crossroads, the end. It's a sign of death. So there was a dark occult energy of death in that movie, Black Panther. If you watch it, it had a dark occult energy. T'Challa damn near died. They had to resurrect him through occult magic and voodoo. So there's occult science inside of the video. This is undeniable. This was obvious. This was a part of the movie. But it just goes deeper than how they were portraying African traditional culture. It's a deep level of occultism. Very deep. Now, they chose to use the cross, which is the arms in a cross position. It's typically how the mummies are buried in their tomb. They hold that cross position. We know the true ancient Kemetic or ancient African symbol, the Ankh, is a symbol of eternal life. The Ankh is a symbol of eternal life. The cross is a symbol of death. So they was putting death out in front of you from the beginning. The symbol of Wakanda could have been the Black Power fist. Easily. Why was it the symbol of death? Now, we know that this whole concept of the Black Panther was stolen from the Black Panther Party. And then Stan Lee comes that same year and comes with this character called the Black Panther. So this is a European white man, Stan Lee, that comes up with this idea of Wakanda. This whole Marvel comic character was created and invented by the white man. Let's be clear. White man's imagination and how he objectively perceived African indigenous people in Uganda and Africa. So this was put together not by a griot or some super black conscious awakened black entity. This was put together by a European. So now the symbol of death representing Wakanda. So that means they're giving you this inception of this black supreme tribe. They land this inception on you within your imagination, where you imagined a nation, not in real life. So they build up this Wakanda, all your dreams, thing that you have been trying to achieve, with black liberation, black sovereignty, black nationhood, how you want to go back to Africa, trace your roots, and build an advanced civilization. They played into all of your fantasies. They gave it all to you on Hollywood. They gave it all to you and had you look to their artificial reality, i.e. Matrix, for your divinity, for your supremacy. It had to be validated and verified, stamped, and encapsulated within their reality, within their realm, for you to accept and embrace, and to even on any level. They give it all to you. The Black Panther. Awaken black people. Just a little bit. That's why they call it Wakanda, or woke kinda. Kinda woke, kinda still sleep. They give it all to you. This is what it would look like if you build a sovereign nation, a sovereign kingdom. This is how we look in our highest level of rulership, in our highest level of reign. This is how it looks. So I give it all to you. Captivate your imagination, the imagination of the children, get them sucked into it. But at the same time, trivialize nationalism, trivialize nation building, trivialize tribalism, make somewhat a little slight mockery of it in the artificial matrix world, so that it's not something, real that you can create. You won't step truly into black nationalism. You can now just identify with this inception that they gave you, and you can just say, Wakanda forever, and that's the totality of your blackness. This is by design. So they take all your energy, suck all your energy, plug you into the matrix, into the Hollywood, plug you into it, have you look there, have you divest all your energy, build up your imagination and hopes, and lock it into this artificial reality, kill Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa in real life, and literally then destroy your inception. Destroy the inception within your mind. See, an inception is the beginning of something. To incept something is like to create. Is the origination of manifesting an idea. We know thoughts become reality and manifest. So to have an inception is the beginning of being able to create or manifest a thought. So they give you this inception of this black divine city, nation. Plug you into that illusion, that fantasy, that Disney world. Get you to the highest height of your aspirations, of your visualization. Do all the imagining for you, put it together for you. Plug you into it as a real entity. And then destroy it. And at the same time, by destroying it, they destroy all of your aspirations. They destroy your inception, destroy the thought, destroy the consciousness within your mind by taking the real person out in reality. They also kill him in the matrix simultaneously. So he died. By dying in the physical world, they also killed the inception of him in the matrix world. What I'm saying, people now walking around talking about Panther died. Black Panther didn't die. Chadwick Boseman died. But taking him out kills your inception, kills the imagination, kills the matrix reality that they invented so that they can plug you into that, suck all your energy, and then destroy your energy with his transition. It was a occult ritual of death. Notice the whole movie was about death. He died in the movie. Then you had Killmonger, about the name of Killmonger, that's his name. He kills the black woman in the movie. It's all about death and killing. That is not the ultimate divine reality that we existed in. So with that movie, what they did was suck all your energy, give you the entirety of your fantasy, and then destroy your aspirations of many. I'm not talking about the real woke people or the black supremacists. I'm talking about the masses of black people. Then with his transition, take all that down. kill your black leaders, assassinate your black leaders, through defamation, destroy your black leaders, take them down, assassination. Now they're destroying. They're going straight for your imagination now. They're going straight for your consciousness. So they can give you a leader in the dream world that is the perfect leader, that is the perfect, realm, the perfect king, the perfect paradise. They can give that to you in the artificial world now, plug you into it, and then kill that in the artificial world and then take it out in the real world. That's heavy. Because they can take out the ultimate reality that you can create, creating our efforts, destroying our efforts to get to that point. They can get you all the way to that point through imagination and then destroy you when it gets there. They can take you down with the Inception. They can kill you in the Matrix. They can kill you at the finish line within consciousness. And that's what the occult ritual of the movie Black Panther was. Kill your dreams within the dream world. That's what they did for most people. People literally walking around talking about, Black Panther died. Because now they've attached your energy to that character, to that but they're real Black Panthers, real kings, setting up Wakandas, setting up nations, setting up communities, cities. You know nothing about them. But they've killed this artificial world that they've attached to a real human being, to a real entity, to the life force of a real entity. So people are sadder over the transition of Boseman than they was over the death of Fred Hampton, over the death of Huey P. Newton, over the death of Mark Clark, over the incarceration of Jamil El-Amin, over the enslavement or the incarceration of Mumia. They're sadder over the death of Black Panther, who wasn't even Black Panther. That whole realm was a fictitious reality that you really cannot kill. You cannot kill something that was never real. It never really existed. So Black Panther didn't die. But is it coincidence that they have taken down this Inception in 2020, during the time of all this Black Lives Matter, all this struggle for Black empowerment, everything that's going on with the police brutality, us trying to make progress with abolishing the police, defunding the police, ending police brutality, us seem to be making some type of political progress and getting, at least making people aware of the true plight and situation of blacks in America. And they take down the Black Panther. See, in the 60s, that death of that Black Panther would have been Fred Hampton, would have been Mark Clark. But in 2020, the death of that Black Panther is a fictitious character in a movie who was connected to a real person, Chadwick Boseman. Telling you they did a deep ritual with this one. We only imagine where these leaders would have went if they had kept working, if Fred Hampton was still alive. We can only imagine if all of these political prisoners was free. We can only imagine, but we don't have to imagine with Black Panther. They fulfilled the totality of our imagination with the installment of that inception of that movie, they fulfill the totality of our imagination, and then they destroy it by us being able to accept, us being able to extract reality from fantasy, of interweaving the fantasy and the real world together. Hollywood has you plugged in, and they're using the plugs now. They're killing you on the other side of the plug. See, it doesn't matter if you kill a person. They're killing the inception of you. They're killing your imagination. If they can kill your imagination, you ain't going nowhere. They don't have to worry about taking you out physically. Once they destroy your mind, that's it. Now you're a zombie just walking around. There's nothing to it. Your highest vision is destroyed. So they did this to the youth. A lot of adults, are asleep and they got God. But imagine the youth, how impressionable they was. They feel like the Black Panther is dead. And they say, well, maybe they didn't kill him. He just happened to die of cancer. Khalid Muhammad, a real new Black Panther. They gave him a brain aneurysm. These are both Panthers. Okay? The world didn't feel the transition of those Panthers like they did Chadwick Boseman, who was not even a Panther, was not even a real hero in real life. Now, was he a good person? Yeah. Was he very altruistic and had compassion? It seemed like he was a humanitarian. It seemed like he was a black first kind of person that cared about black people. Absolutely. No doubt. Was he a hero, though? Was he as tough as the Black Panther? Was he as no nonsense? Was he as solid as the Black Panther in real life? Or was he trying to fight white supremacy by being the best Negro he could, by being the goodest Negro that he could? He was trying to change the stereotypes, the so-called negative stereotypes of black people, to show that we could be something else and that we are something else.